Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Basilica Broadcasting News from the Balzi, and now we will begin shortly. Good evening, Balzians. Welcome to the second partial part of the Good evening, Balzians. Welcome to the second partial tally for the Vice Presidential and Senatorial election of the Republic of Balzi. I will become your moderator for this event. We are here today to reveal an additional 30% of votes to cast in this historic elections. With 60% of the ballots now counted, we are gaining a clearer picture of the choices of the Balzian people. As we begin, please rise for the national anthem of the Republic of Balzi, the Commonwealth of Ram, and the Commonwealth of Sain, known as Marcha Basilica.
Hino dos Nacional dos Balzi. Thank you. Now, before we proceed with the tallied result, let me introduce a new feature of our election analysis, the MUD system, the MUD system. This system will help us track the progress of each candidate in a clear and organized way. The MUD or the MUD basis work as follows. M stands for maintain, indicating that the candidate has kept their position from the last tally. U stands for up, indicating an increase in the ranking or votes. D stands for down, showing a decrease in position. Additionally, you'll notice a numerical format like 13 plus 4 next to each candidate's name. Here, the 13 represents the candidate's current total votes after the first and second partial tally, and then the plus 4 indicates the number of additional votes gained since the previous tally, which added up to the current total. Now, let us begin by ringing the historic bell of Balziero to symbolize the commencement of the second partial tally and the vice presidential result. Let's begin with the vice presidential race. As we can see, in the first partial tally, we saw Mr. Felix Tomado of the Nationalist Party leading, followed by Mr. J. Tolibas of the Liberal Party and Mr. Abu Al-Hassan from the Abbas Party. Let's see how they stand now. Firstly, in the leading, Mr. Felix Tomado, the Nationalist Party has secured 8 total votes, with an additional 4 votes since the last tally, maintaining his lead with a strong position. Letter M. Mr. J. Tolibas from the Liberal Party now has 7 total votes, also adding 4 new votes since the first tally. His performance remains solid, though he has not overtaken Mr. Tomado. Letter M. Thirdly, in the third place, Mr. Abu Al-Hassan from the Abbas Party holds 3 total votes with only 1 additional vote this round and remains in third place. Letter M. Mr. Tomado's league remains consistent, while Mr. Tolibas and Mr. Al-Hassan remain their previous standing. No major shifts in the vice presidential race, but there is still a room for changes in the next round. Now let's move on to the Senate. Now let us move on to the Senate race, where we have 18 candidates competing for the top 10 seats in the Senate. Now, the only top 10 will enter the Senate, which means competition is indeed hard and complex. Let us now build the ring, signaling the start of the senatorial result announcement. First place, Mr. Manabo from the Liberal Party, with 14 votes after adding 6 new votes. Manabo remains in the lead. Known as the creator of the Senate of Balzi game on Roblox, his popularity has been reinforced by an endorsement from SM Malls. Letter M. On the second place, Mangulabnan from the Nationalist Party. Mangulabnan rises to a strong 13 votes, with 5 new votes added as the governor of Zambueno. He's became a significant contender. For the third place, Mr. Gonzalo from the Liberal Party. Gonzalo, former governor of Rusca, also stands at 13 votes after adding 5 new votes. He is now tied with Mangulabnan for second, demonstrating steady support. Letter U or up. Fourth place, Mr. Chong from Liberal Party. Prime Minister Chong has gathered 12 total votes with an additional 4 votes this round. His position has slightly decreased compared to others moving up. So letter D. Fifth place, Fernandez from the Nationalist Party. Fernandez now holds 12% of votes, 12 voters, after adding an impressive 7 votes this tally. This surge has propelled him up the ranks, marking him as a candidate to watch. Letter U, up. For the 6th place, Carcelar from the Liberal Party. With 11 votes and 6 new votes, Carcelar continues to rise. Representing Ruska, the region of Ruska, his climb reflects as a growing Liberal Party presence. For the 7th place, Libres, Social Democrat Party. Libres secures 10 votes with an additional 5 votes. The governor of Vicodia is the leading Social Democrat candidate, showing balanced support across the party lines. Letter U, up. For the 8th place, Lizaran, coming from the Lizaronism Progressive Party. Lizaran enters the top 10 with 9 votes after gaining 5 additional votes, marking the first appearance of a candidate from the Lizaranism Progressive Party. Letter U, up. For the 9th place, Anyanya, Social Democrat Party. Anyanya has gathered 8 total votes, adding 5 votes this round. His consistent performance keeps him in the race for the Senate. Letter U, up. For the 10th place, Mr. Eusebio from the Social Democrat Party. Eusebio rounds out the top 10 with 8 total votes, gaining 5 votes. A steady performance places him right on the threshold. Now, for those currently outside of the top 10, we can observe some movements and changes since the first partial tally. Mr. Mi, independent. Mi, the first Vietnamese, an independent candidate, has 8 total votes, gaining 4 new votes. However, this was not enough to reach the top 10, leaving him just outside. Reyes from the Nationalist Party. Reyes also has 8 votes, adding 4 new votes since the last study, but has similarly slipped in the rankings due to the strong performance of other candidates. Montano from the Liberal Party. Montano holds 8 votes after gaining 3 additional votes. While he remains competitive, he has moved down in the rankings due to the rising votes of others. Balari from the Liberal Party. Balari, who previously had a strong position, has 8 votes after adding just 2 votes. This limited growth has caused him to drop further in the standings. Astilasa from the People's Party with 7 votes after adding 3 additional votes. Astilasa has not managed to break into the top 10, so he remains a notable candidate. Dakayan, the People's Party. Dakayan also has 7 votes and adding 3 more votes this round, but like Astilasa, has been unable to reach the top. Mohammed from the Abbas Party. Mohammed from the Abbas Party holds 7 votes with 3 new votes added. He has not advanced into the top 10 but remains outside the lead. Ponce, Lizaranism Progressive Party. Lastly, Ponce has 7 votes, adding 3 votes in this tally. While part of my growing movement, he still remained outside the top. So, as we observe in the visual chart here, we can see how the political landscape is shaping up in the top 10. Yellow represent the Liberal Party, which holds the majority of the top position, maintaining a dominant presence. The blue circle stands for a Social Democrat Party, which has maintained a stable position within the Senate. Notably, the green circle signifies the entrance of the Lizaranism Progressive Party in the top 10 this round, represented by Lizaran. Meanwhile, the red circles indicate the Nationalist Party, which has grown resilience, with Mangulabnan A. Fernandez advancing in the rankings. Finally, the orange circles from the People's Party remains outside the top 10, with Astilasa and Takayan close but not yet able to secure a top position. With the second partial tally, we are now halfway through the election process. A lot can still change as we head towards the third partial tally. Stay tuned, and thank you for joining with us as we witness the history in making here in the Republic of Balzi. Good evening, and may we continue to uphold the democracy. The people is the king of the land, the rulers of the lands, and the sovereign of the land. Thank you.